65.
65. What?
On that cryptic note, hello everybody!
Oh, I know.
If you press the button, I mean.
I know what's up. I know what's up.
Yes. He is in the know. And if he was a doctor, Stuart, you would be Dr. Knows.
Sure.
You did press go, right? It's comedy, it's not just me saying stuff, right?
Yeah, it's just you. I haven't had it go live yet.
Can't tell if he's joking or not. If we're live, guys, tell me he's not joking. If we're not live, tell me he is joking.
Yes.
Yes. Welcome back, Stuart. Hello. How are you today, my dear Stuart?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah. Had 5 hours sleep for various reasons, and then had a good not morning, and then went to my parents' psychological dig.
Saw that. Saw the picture.
Yeah. So to prove I do some real life stuff too. Way. Yeah, you know, took lots of pictures of people. Yeah, things. Because obviously if Dad's in the trenches, he doesn't take a picture of himself in the trenches, so it's my kind of my useful sonness trying to, you know, help a bit. Yeah.
Well, guys, 22 of you here and 11 likes. Hit the like button, guys. Only half of you have hit the like button. What's wrong?
I mean, it should be at least 4 times you should do it.
Right? Oh, here's fizzy. It's fizzy.
What are we doing today, Stuart?
Today we're talking about the worst ship designs in Trek. That's today's Trek centric.
Oh.
So, yeah. And people are like Penfold and Mark are like, "What's up with the J in the thumbnail?" That's because the J's like not the best ship design, if you know what I'm saying. I didn't make the thumbnail, so I didn't put it there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're always trying to work out something different. And I was like, what's the worst ship? Well, it's not the J, but many people think it is the J. Hence that. It isn't the J, but people have strong opinions. For some reason, it's one of the few ones that just stick. Stick in people, I don't know. Although, in fairness, no one might put it in. Right? That often happens. Whatever the thumbnail is, I was ignoring it. Right?
Some people like the J, so.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. But if you don't, you can do this. So yeah, the strategy is, guys, we want to find the worst ship. So people are going to put in suggestions. They can be non-canon, so it can be game ships, can be, you know, as long as there's a good picture, right? That's fair. Anything Trek comics even. And we'll see if it beats the previous worst one. And or do we actually think it's bad? Are there any that are just silly? Right? There are some silly ones.
This isn't a tiered list. We're just going to talk about the ugliest starships.
And then keep our current one up, and then see if we can, you know, raise the bar. But yeah, nice and chill. All right, I am going to start sharing. See you in a minute.
Share it around, yes. And you guys can super chat in to get your ships in, or if you want 2 for 1, more bang for your buck, you can use PayPal. Just PayPal us at trekyards@hotmail.com, and we will get your ships up that you guys want to talk about. So do the things. Make sure you hit the like button. Like I said, 28 of you here, 17 likes. Let's get those likes up to 30. Should be no problem at all. Let's do it. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click notification bell icon to all so you don't miss any content from us, whether it be edited content or live content like this. We love hanging out with you guys, and we want you guys to not miss out on that. So make sure you hit the notification bell icon. Not that YouTube's going to tell you necessarily, but you know, it's at least worth a try. Also make sure that you check out the join button. There's a join option down there on YouTube. There's also a join option on Patreon/Trekyards if you want to help us on a monthly basis. Some people do one or the other. Some people do both. And we appreciate all of them and everyone that helps us out in any way that they can. So we love you guys. Anyway, yes. So worship designs. We're just going to talk about them. You guys put them in. We'll keep one up that's maybe like in the worst slot and see how things compare to it. And yeah, it'll be subjective for sure. but we want to hear from you guys. What you guys think about each particular one, like the Enterprise J. Some people love it. I for one am not the biggest fan. Few small things to tweak it here and there would be pretty awesome. But yeah, the J is not my personal favorite. And that being said, I did not make the thumbnail. Sam did. And so he wanted to be a little clickbaity by putting in one that some people love. It's fine. So anyway, yes. Should be some interesting ones. We already got some super chats in. We'll get to those in a minute as soon as Sam is done sharing. And we'll check the PayPals so to see if anybody has PayPal'd in. Because it all helps us hugely. All right, look at that. Sam is back. And we do have PayPal as well.
We like people directing our thoughts. And also partially as a social experiment to see what do people think are the worst designs, right? Everyone has their own preferences, but you know, what do people think? Because everyone has their one, right? And depending how many we get, I might do a poll each time. You guys got to vote in. That's a lot to keep track of, and I already have enough to do in these lives. Ugh. Too much to keep track of. There you go. Slides is up. Let's get the thumbnail off. All right.
I'll read the first one because it's already spoiled. Olivia, $5. Might as well get this over with. The Magi class. I love her, but Stuart hates her. Rest in peace. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. It's an ugly goddamn design. There's nothing I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say there's nothing unique about it, but there absolutely is uniqueness. Let's just jam the nacelles into the saucer. Sure, good job. It's very 1960s UFO looking. You can even turn it around and have like those bizarre collectors that are here be thrusters. It's got a unique enough look, but it doesn't feel Star Trek to me. And I hate the registries on the side. Come on, what are you doing?
And that's a proof that even a ship with a saucer and nacelles does not feel Star Trek if it's done poorly.
Yeah.
Because you can't get more Star Trek than the two different things. I mean, you know, if they're under the saucer, if the missiles are red, you can obviously add to it. But it shows you need to be more than the component pieces, which is why that the Flintstones ship doesn't feel like Star Trek when it's literally...
Yeah, Star Trek.
Yeah. Yeah, although it is ugly also a reason enough to dislike it. That was the first thing you said. Like, it's not necessarily a bad design, like from a fundamental level, but it is ugly, right?
Yeah, it feels very like pre-NX design though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It feels like a more primitive design, even though it's after NX, but yeah.
It's a weird punt in direction that's like, we're never gonna do that again. And it's funny because if you'd made the top bits not warp engines but pods for shuttles, they're like side launching, and the warp engines be below it, you'd have entirely different appreciation, right? You could easily take the core basic of this and make it 5 to 10% better. But I think fair to say, Stuart, of our one, that is our worst ship so far in Trek. So well done, Olivia. You have raised the bar of the worst ship so far. And that rhymed.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree? And do you even remember this thing existed? Because now, with Discovery not really being ever shown again in any meaningful way, the legacy might not live on, right? Yes.
All right, so put that up in a corner.
Yes.
How's that? It's like the current winner.
Yes.
Or loser, as the case may be.
Well, winning this live.
Yeah, Susiguru 2000 member for 47 months at the rank of captain. Thank you, Captain.
Too hard.
I'm going to start off with the JJ verse Enterprise.
Oh, I've got that one.
That's funny.
Yes.
Because the picture you...
I know.
Oh, okay.
I just thought I had refit. Put it up there. Get away. Get away.
Oh, you want it in there or up there? Because I was like, this is not the ugliest one.
He meant the original.
Yeah.
Red refit.
Yeah. Yeah. How can you ruin a classic, awesome design? Well, just ask Ryan Church to do it.
Wah,
That being
wah.
said, If it had maintained all the correct colors, like Red Bazaar collectors, I've seen those. I've seen people do them up like that. They look so much better. And maintain the same scale. The scale is obviously the same as you see the windows in the saucer.
Well, no, they're
Air,
giant bay windows. They're just giant. They're like, sliding,
the, the
amazing.
airlock for buses, I guess. It's very much fine in that regard, and just the deformation that they did to the secondary hull, to the warp nacelles, to the proportions. Like you look at the thing from the top, and the engines are like so close together. They need to be spaced out more, which would have helped immensely. It's just taking a classic, beautiful design and just hot rodding it, and not successfully, because you could easily make this look so much better with similar shapes. Just proportion things properly and move them around a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Ryan Church, he did not good. Let's put it that way.
It'd be amazing to be in the room though, because I'm sure we only seen the final, which includes the full high res model. You got to wonder how many yes, no's, maybes, don't do that. I mean, being told off. How much movement in the process against what his intuition was. Right, that's part of it. John Neves did finals that he didn't like because he was asked to. I've certainly done things that you're told to, right? But I do think, Stuart, now with the new era of ship design, this is by far not the worst ship designs. It has now improved in retrospect because it's just a refit with shitty nacelles and a weird deflector. But it's got so much of the refit, just flat the refit, and I've seen up detailed parts. It's just the same texturing, like almost identically. So it's so much just the refit, but a little bit curvier, and then a few broken bits. But like, it's just a shittier refit. But it's by no means a terrible design. It's just a shitty refit, right?
Yeah.
Compared to the McGee, which is a bad design. It's a worse design because it's just a bad design. This at least, like the torpedo launch looks nice, deflector's fine, the struts are okay, the neck's fine. A lot of fine/okay that could be better, but again, now seeing compared to newer stuff, I'm like, at least there are no slits in the nacelles, The bar has been lowered so much in modern Trek that this has significant flaws, but so much of it looks pretty because it's just a refit, but modern. So I'd say actually it's got a lot more middle in the road of being bad compared.
Yeah, but it also reminds you of something that's beautiful, the TOS Enterprise and the refit, but uglified. So it's almost worse in a way because you see the greatness that could be there, and that was there, and now it's just kind of like.
But it has so many of the nice things which hold on to that goodness. Yeah, I think in this regard, I'm not going to hold that against it. Otherwise, that's going to be kind of a dangerous comparison between things. Yeah. Like I say, like the Discovery's a far worse design in my mind. Misproportioned, badly textured, like that's across the board, right? That's how badly proportioned it is. And for most views, you can't tell this struts are weird. Most hide it, right? It's only from certain views. So I say McGee is significantly worse out of the two, just as a design, right?
Yep, I agree.
But it's in that was weird. It's just interesting. It would be very interesting to like take parts of that ship and just retroactively put it onto a classic refit. Like a few of those things, maybe like the rim, the side of the nacelle light, like a few details put back in to kind of see how it would fit. A sleeked out refit, not a JJ Prize.
Mm-hmm. Did you get Rays yet?
Doing it now.
PayPal? Okay. You want to do that next?
Yes. We do like our Rarix.
Rarix. So he gets 2 for 1 because he's using PayPal.
It's magic, Stuart.
First one. Yeah. His first one is Discovery.
No bloody A, B, C, or. Doesn't even deserve the rest of the joke. Well, I just referred to this one. Oh, so I'll let you handle it first, because I went in strong on my critique.
Okay, this one is not a bad design overall. Like if you put this post Nemesis, if you move it later in the timeline, it actually is an interesting take on a Starfleet design. But to try to fit it 10 years before TOS with none of the hallmarks of TOS design, including the hull color, the smoothness, the cylindrical nacelles, the red Bizarre collectors, anything the only thing that really holds up to the era is the font on the registry. It's the correct font, so good job on them. But yeah, if it had been post Nemesis, like a new experimental design, it would have been kind of cool, honestly. The elongated chopstick-like nacelles, um, the hull color. I mean, the hull color was going to be originally explained in Brian Fuller's original pitch. This was, and even the hull shape was supposed to be reminiscent of Klingon ships. Anyway, it's a long story, never happened, and unfortunately got all carried over and they had to work with it. So um the spinning saucer is silly, but also would have been fine as experimental tech post Nemesis. Again, keep that. That would have been fine. I the biggest problem with this thing for me is interior wise with the fucking turbolift caverns. The internal volume of this thing is
Which says something,
ridiculous.
because that's not the ship design. That's the set
Uh,
CG people's. I'm just saying, from the perspective of, that's
Yeah,
not John, that's no one involved the
yeah,
ship. That's other
yeah,
people, and that's the worst thing. That says something about how it can hurt something.
yeah. It's a cool design and it's fine. It just needs to be set in an area that's appropriate for it, which is not TOS. Let's just be honest about that.
Well, and
So,
pre-TOS even. It's not even TOS, it's
well, yeah,
pre-TOS.
exactly, yeah. So that's my take on it. It's not the ugliest design. It just did not fit in the context of what it was being used for. So
Although
yeah.
just to when you said you think it fit in post Nemesis, you mean with entirely different textures, lighting, facades, engines, like the you'd have to retexture it from scratch because it doesn't fit clearly in post Nemesis without also being changed texture wise, right?
No, I think it would work as an experimental ship as is. All the colors, textures, everything.
Damn.
If it's a mycelial network ship, the color is fine. The hull texturing is fine the way it is. There's you could have explanations for everything. So
So why does that not work in pre-TOS if it's close to NX? If it works in Nemesis.
because look how sleek the designs are. TOS is supposed to be rudimentary shapes, saucers, cylinders. Like, why are you arguing with me? I just it does
Oh
not
no,
fit
no,
in the
it's just the
era.
texturing because like it could just be NX styling that's older, right?
I no, I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah, because I wouldn't say this is Nemesis still feels super. See, for me, this feels like it could be 30 years after NX. Like, oh, we went sleek and weird, but kept all the rudimentary texturing that feels like uber basic.
Do you think it fits in the era?
No, no, like 30 years, not like 60. So like right, so 50 years before TOS, which is a long time before. Um, yeah, I just think it's just a terrible looking design overall with so many things, and it's sad because the alpha was better in every way, just proportioned. Still dumb, but proportioned. Um, and just like the nacelles, right? Who would ever have made them that long? As we've said, the fact they have to change the focal length of the camera to hide the nacelles because that's how bad they effed up, right? That's an amazing situation they had to do that, and you could tell because any normal focal length for a normal CG, she's like, that's embarrassing. Yes. And obviously the shuttle bay door's always open. Three facades, cool but illogical. Just so many broken things, right? Why are there three walkways between the... Is there no turbolifts? No, I guess turbolifts in the neck then. Because there's four walkways between the rings, but the turbolift must then go out. There's only one turbolift path then, out the neck into the rings.
Maybe.
Because wouldn't you put turbolifts in the wouldn't you make them a turboliftable?
I think so.
Well, you would think so. Boy, I would love to be in the universe where Fuller had his concept because at least we could see it, right? We could see it
Hmm.
fake being D7. We could see the ball coming off. We could see the, because originally it wasn't the ball that was meant to not rotate. So the ship rotates around the ball in the middle,
Yeah, the
not the
ball was on
rings.
a gimbal.
Which
Yeah.
is interesting. It's the exact same visual, but also not. Yeah. So for me, this is worse than Shep Magi just because it just breaks more logic.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
So, yeah, not the ugliest. Not the McGee is still ugly.
Yeah,
Uglier.
yeah. It's just a worse design. Discovery can look nice. Just illogical in so many ways.
Mm.
Ooh, tab.
All right. Are we doing Rays next or?
Sure. Well,
Yeah,
does it not
that's
beat
one of
McGee then
his.
for the top spot?
No, McGee's still uglier.
Ah,
I
okay.
thought we just decided that.
Well, worse design, but ugly. So we're going for ugly as the definition then. Okay.
Well, it's a good Starfleet design. It just doesn't. It's not era appropriate.
I mean, neither's
It's the
McGee
worst
really either.
design.
None of them are. That's part of the charm of the ear.
Let them vote then. Do they want Discovery to take over the top slot or not?
Okay. Well, that in fairness, we should just let them do that, shouldn't we? Let's not even decide. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. So put it back next to it, and we'll do it as a vote.
You guys pick, but we can't wait too long.
Yeah, just while we talk about the next one, and it'll just override or not. Okay. Which one's Ray's next one?
Well, the Jaeger class, but I'm
Yes.
not going to put it up while they're voting on this. We're going to get this vote first.
No, it's fine.
Then
Just
we'll do the
do
Jaeger.
just do that. 'Cause it's pretty clear. It's all good. That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Jaeger.
Yep.
How does it compare to the other two then? Because this is definitely the Frankenstein of the pre-Discovery era.
Okay. What the fuck? Hold on. Okay, not the worst thing ever, but the problem I have with it is the scaling of the parts they used. So that's where the issue comes in for me. Yeah, I don't have a problem kit bashing a fleet. You got some Intrepid class hulls lying around, whatever. You need to get some ships together really quick. I saw a video recently that said this was like a cargo ship that was heavily armored to like fit in with convoys that on scans wouldn't be detected as anything. But anyway, it just doesn't work with the scaling of the particular pieces. So
Yeah.
it is the worst of the designs because it is so just it's kit bashing's fine, but to be so blatantly kit bashy, to literally cut two ships in half and just glue them together as different scales, that's a problem. So
Super background, right? You were never meant to see it up close in any sort of way, and then they did. And we said,
yeah.
what?
All right. So before you get into yours, we got 26 votes, 27 votes on the poll.
Oh, great.
The McGee wins with 56%.
Close. Okay. Interesting.
All right.
And that then, yeah, I mean, this is a tricky one because it's two not bad designs, but it's the concept of it that's bad. And I do think if
Yes.
you were to, you know, like I know what Fabio did here with the colors, it's what the miniature was, but it just looks ugly as hell. The weird blue lining, just it doesn't make sense, right? And it could make sense, but it doesn't. And also, it's kind of grey. Voyager's blue, either blue or purple, depending. Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's less ugly than McGee for sure.
Oh,
Oh, you
you're
do
doing
it.
the poll. Spelled Jaeger wrong. That's okay.
Yeah, I think it's less ugly because it's dumber. But the other one, like I said previously, it just harkens to, you know, the radiation from the warp kill. They're gonna kill the people. And you're wasting so much internal volume. It's like, why are you doing this? Whereas this is just dumb. But kind of if Bird of Prey gets a pass, you know, it's like, well, there might be some giant Marquee Raider, I guess. But it's odd that it's the most advanced ship of the fleet, the Intrepid. Why is it being kit bashed given it's the newest ship? Like in DS9 season, what, 3? These things are really freaking new. So to have any hulls lying around is Like, if it's unfinished, if they actually did a lot more, like, retrofit to the front, fine. If it was like a half Intrepid. But it's not. Because obviously it was a kit
Yeah.
bash, right?
Yeah, they need to do some changes to the hull to make it better.
And you could. 100% you could. But they didn't. But again, you weren't meant to look at it like this. It's not as intended. Vote in the poll, guys! Vote in the poll. Whoa.
We got 24 votes already, so it's good.
Damn, we've got loads to go through, so what are people saying?
Well, the Jaeger wins, I guess, with 20 or 62%. So the Jaeger beats out the McGee.
Okay. Interesting. Snap.
Yes.
And it takes the power of our hands, Jar. We're now back to being pawns of the audience. Haha. Alright, where's next? Because there should be a whole contingent in the thing. I can relax for a second.
All right, next up we've got wow. Sean Wolseley Holdren, $5. Greetings. My choice is the California class from Lower Decks. I say this because I firmly believe it's one of the laziest ships ever designed. No, not at all. This was a ship that when it first came out, I was kind of like, huh? No, not really a fan, but it very quickly grew on me. It definitely fits in the fleet style. It's got Miranda-like elements to it. I love that it's its own class of ship, designed specifically for engineering tasks and second contact and stuff like that. I think it's not lazy at all. Um, it's got a unique vibe to it. I love that they changed the nacelles as well. Like they could have easily gone a lot lazier if you want. Just throw on like Galaxy class nacelles or something or Sovereign nacelles. But no, they designed their own. I love the secondary or the engineering hull is in between the two nacelles the way it is. There's a lot about this that I find great, honestly. So yeah.
And the lazy is odd because it's hard to compare lazy to the Jaeger, which is lazy incarnate. Obviously, you don't know that was going to be the pairing, but there's lazy and there's absolutely original. With the caveat being, Lower Decks is meant to feel like the lowest end, sub-fleet, cheap, old. Like, none of these things you associate being the Enterprise fits. So it can have bulky nacelles, too many windows, pylons that don't like all that stuff makes sense because it's not even close to being top tier. This is one of the lowest tier ships. Cool. Why else do you need 7 open Bassard areas, right? You would never need that, right? But it's just right. Like I'm fine to say this is pre-TNG tech by a good number of years. Not like years and years, but it's not new, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be shocked if this one wins because it's not the best ship in the world, but it's but that's a high bar. And we did do a live action one, kind of, but I think it's meant to have some of its crappy charm. That's part of its charm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 28 votes, which is a good number. By the way, 57 of you here, 34 likes. Hit that like button. Let's get those likes up to 50. But go vote on the poll if you haven't already. But I'm going to call it now with 28. Which is worse? The Jaeger wins with 82%, and the California class only gets 18%. So you guys have spoken. The Jaeger stays in top slot.
And if that was the person that submitted it who just logged all of his alt accounts, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, next up, Mark Lawrence, $5. Enterprise G. Awful to see a ship that can get its arse handed to it by a few of its predecessors. LOL.
His predecessors? Don't mean by that.
So yeah, the Enterprise G is not in any way one of the worst starship designs. It's actually a great design. Just a little bit misunderstood, maybe. Misrepresented for the era. Again, size wrong. And you did say the G. So yes, for this ship to become the Enterprise G, when it was originally the Titan, Not a fan of that, but design-wise, I think it's really good. I just wish they wouldn't have done the same thing that they did with the JJ prize and just upscaled an existing design, airlocks and all, to just have it be bigger. So disagree. I think it's a really good design, personally. So
Well, and that, but I mean, it's interesting because you use the Discovery being in the wrong era. That would obviously lower this significantly because it's obviously the wrong era of ship. The only thing it's modern is nacelles and phaser strips. Everything else is super wrong, so it obviously lowers it in the ranking because it doesn't work. And obviously we know the reasons, and we've seen the models, and it's a really bad CG model. You know, it's not, it ain't good, right? But it's kind of, yeah, it's a missed opportunity ship, right? It's the ship that, if it was Bill's design actually made scratch, custom, it would rock the fuck out, right? Where does all the deals go properly? Where's all the what's the scale? All those things being beautiful. The fact that it's got all the refit details just brings it down metrics, and that's really sad because it's an enterprise, right? And it's being let down by the team, unfortunately.
yes.
So the fact that it's a poor enterprise, lower points compared to Jaeger. I mean, we're not deciding, but you know. Because that is lazy, but it's lazy because they gave him 1 week to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, I wonder how many hours they spent doing the Jaeger miniature or the CG model for the type. Like, there's probably going to be quite comparable, you know, which is depressing. And you look at Stargazer, and it's like, wow, they spent months on it because they care, because they had time and they were given time. Yeah. Yeah. It would be great if someone just redesigned this to be proper of the era. It'd be so easy, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The core is there. Imagine doing like a TOS version as well, like a proper TOS styling.
Yeah.
And it's not, you know, it's not just a Connie, you know, even though it's a Connie 3.
Well, with 30 votes, the Jaeger wins with 83%.
All right. The Jaeger submitter should be feeling happy about themselves because they are keeping on top. All right, I'll do the next poll.
That was Ray Ricks.
That was Ray Ricks.
Next up, we've got Olivia Julius with $5. The Maki ship from Star Trek Voyager. Now, this will be interesting because this is partly the Jaeger class.
Yeah, bold choice. Again, now you know who's currently on top. Yeah. Oh, Deborah says, would you agree the Enterprise J is too big? No, we don't know what the purpose is. If it's meant to be a galaxy-spanning ship like Doug wanted, then no, it's great.
Yep.
Sorry, can hear.
What he said. Yeah, so the Jaeger or the Maki ship, goddamn. Never really been a fan of it, honestly, but it is not a Starfleet design, so I don't have an issue with it looking a little bit different, a little bit odd. It feels very small, as it should, but then you look at the Jaeger, and it's like that whole back end is just scaled up to intrepid proportions. I think it's fine for what it's supposed to be. I'm not the biggest fan of the design personally, but I don't hate it. And I think for being one of the Maki ships, that's, again, like I said, not Starfleet, not anything specific like that. Yeah. So you know, the main black part has a little white line at the bottom in the scale cars. It's covered up now by the Maki Raider, but on the left-hand side.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. What is that?
It's just not sized properly. If I move the Maki,
No, it is. It's
the lines all the way along the bottom.
It's moved wrong. It's not size of stuff. It's up by one frame. It's all good. Yeah, I think Maki Ray is. I mean, it's great as a wonderfully generic, appropriate sci-fi fighter. Works a treat, right? Is it amazing? No. Is it pretty good? Yes. Does it make sense to run about cockpit? That's what they use basically. Yeah, I mean, it works a treat for what it is. I kind of wish they'd seen it more in Voyager than, you know, one episode. But, you know, yeah, it's pretty fine. I don't want to pay money to get necessarily, so, you know, I did. But it's well detailed. It's obviously a good miniature. Yeah. Yeah, I've no complaints really about it, to be honest. Yeah.
Let's see what you guys are saying. With 28 votes, damn. The Jaeger wins with 79%. The Jaeger's still holding on to that top slot.
So now, hey, Trekyardians. So now you guys have got to dethrone Jaeger.
That is your mission.
Is your
to accept it.
But who doesn't like the Maki Red? Like doesn't like it, right? There's many more worse designs out there. Yeah, Sasaguro, it's slightly too greebly-y. But if you're picturing it as being a constantly repaired sort of ship, that makes sense. Okay, very nice.
All right. Mark Lawrence again, $5. Not a specific ship, but Disco verse Starfleet. Dark interiors. I mean, what the fuck? Disco verse interiors. Well, that's not a specific ship. So we're not going to show that, Mark, I don't think. Because interiors can't beat out a ship.
But they're pretty terrible, aren't they, though?
Yes.
But is Jaeger still more insulting? Because you can just turn the lights up higher. It's like it'd be great.
Not going to win, so.
It's like it'd be great. Next one. Like it'd be great if you could do, you know, if you could get the original footage of Picard season 3 and just like up the brightness, because you couldn't do that. And see how it would look. Next.
Hilarious. $5. Hi guys.
Hello.
Something I don't know. Had a stroke at the beginning there. Wonder what the NX-01 and Pioneer class would look like.
So I took that NX-01 because I don't know what you're saying. And you know what? Peel might hit the NX-01. So let's give it a go. NX-01. I mean, that is very detailed for the era. It's also inventing a new era. It's NASA, guys. It's space NASA.
Not the worst design. I mean, they tried to make it be more era appropriate, both Doug and the Okudas. The producers kind of said, nah, we want this Akira class ship. Just turn it upside down. No one will notice. You don't even have to make any changes.
No one will notice for the next decades.
So, yeah. Wouldn't have been my choice when the show was being conceived as to being the first Enterprise. But it's growing on me a little bit. It looks good in motion. I think with the idea of the refit in mind is an interesting way that Doug took that. So got to give him props for that. Although the refit, you can't tell it's refit from a lot of different angles, and that's fine. But yeah, it's absolutely not the worst. It's definitely not worse than the Jaeger class, in my opinion. So there you go.
Doug says the original movie's Enterprise A is notoriously disliked. Would you say the Enterprise A is notoriously disliked?
Who the fuck said that?
Doug.
The original movie's Enterprise A is notoriously disliked. No, it's universally loved. Not specifically the A, just the refit, which the A is. So it's the same ship.
With slightly worse paint.
Yes.
And some notably not good space shots. Because of the lack of, good paint. Yeah. I mean, you guys already found the lazy ones, because yeah, the NX, we did a breakdown video where we actually, compared the 2-3 mols. It was embarrassing as hell. All the pieces from the Akira that they just copied. And it's like, that is so embarrassing, like one-for-one geometry. But obviously they were, that's why it's hard to say it was designed. It's like, well, no, it wasn't, because all the pieces that are carbon copied. So it's very lazy a design. But then they took that, and like the Titan G and Discovery, they then give it a really unique texturing, which is super, like, custom, unique, makes sense as NASA, right? I see all the logic. They were locked into this rather crummy, cheap, but they gave it interesting sails, interesting all these other things they could extemporize. The producer said, it's an Akira, and they said, fuck. And they made it work, right? So it's a testament to making the best of a bad lot. But having done plenty of shots of the NX, it looks great from a lot of angles. And because it's so fragile looking in a lot of ways. It works as a proto Enterprise. You're missing sailing hull, you're missing its tech, everything is... for me, I understand the scale of the ship, so it feels very like real scale because it's so much smaller in terms of the depth and like a secondary hull. I get it. And like I say, really good emotion. It's a great call. It's got a, you know... Yeah, and it looks proportioned well. They have native space that kind of works, and nacelles are an excellent design for nacelles. I think they're really, really solid. Yeah. Like I say, it's super lazy, but they turn lazy into amazing, and lazy because forced, like the G. And this is what the Titan could have been had they had more than a week, right?
Yeah.
Properly detail it.
Yeah.
What's the poll saying, though? Because this is your chance if you hate the NX-01.
Before I get to the poll, 69 of you here, which is great. Make sure you're all subscribed. Also, hit the like button. We have 43 likes. I want to get up to 50. So if you're just joining us and haven't liked yet, please do so. We do have 38 votes on the poll, though.
Oh, brilliant.
And the Jaeger wins with 89%. It was 91% for a little while.
Wow. Close so far.
Yeah, Jaeger holds on to its slot.
The proudness of it.
Not that it wants to.
Well, maybe it likes to taunt the audience. And Devereaux says, if they use shots like these to promote Star Trek Enterprise when it was coming out, I think some people would have liked it more. Yeah, it was a good view of it. Yeah. And it would have probably been cute if they'd actually hung a lantern on the absurd similarity between the and the Akira. If they'd said, Admiral Akira. The Akira is inspired from this. It would have made a direct parallel, right? That would have been kind of cute. Dumb. But cute. Alright. Can we dethrone it? That's the question.
Tab Extra is going to try with 100 Krona. A bad ship, the Inquiry class. I do like it. It is a cool ship. Just hate the way they introduced it. I asked the cut and paste fleet from Picard.
And this is the original version, not the refit as seen in Picard Season 3 and Star Trek Online. The original.
Yeah. Yeah, not the worst design, honestly. I do have the Eagle Moss one, and they did add a lot of detail to it. But seeing it be the best and brightest, the best and the brightest of all of Starfleet ships, the fastest, the most, heavily armed. It was the pinnacle. So much so that they created so many of them, and they just all warp in to save the day. It seems a little silly.
And never seen again.
And the quality of those models was crap as well. So put that on top of that as well. It's just not it wasn't well thought out or delivered. And honestly, the design is fine, but I'm not a fan of the underside with the way the deflector is kind of just a square. Or not square, like a rectangle. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the worst design at all, but you're right, Tab Extra. Just the way it was introduced is shockingly embarrassing, actually.
How embarrassing.
Yeah, to get the copy and paste fleet moniker is not good. So, yeah.
I'm actually gonna say you guys should vote for this. I'm gonna try to see if I can sway you guys as being worse than the Jaeger, because the Jaeger at least has all the weapons, all the engines, all the deflectors, all the escape pods, all the greeblies, all the blinkies. It has the ship elements. What does the Inquiry have? It has nice nacelles, and it does have impulse engines. But I mean, look how awful that ship texturing is, and there's nothing on it. It's not a darn sausage. I mean, it is a. I mean, you've seen, as we've done before, the D4 D4 battlecruiser that Koju made for Enterprise. That's a nicer 3D model made in one weekend by a guy in his spare time. Better than this, made 20 years ago. Right? This is an artist who really worked their hardest, but either didn't have the right sketches, didn't have time, wasn't as fast. It's a really embarrassing design overall for what it was, and they improved it a lot later, but that's not what we're looking at today. I think this lets them down because it's not anything that they said. Now, had they said during the episode, somehow they'd said best of all things, and then like a post that scene, Girardi's like, wait, I thought this fleet wasn't finished yet. It's not. We had to bluff, right? That's why there isn't any of the features that a ship should have. Because you can't be the best if you've got phasers, or torpedoes, or shield emitters, or transport emitters, or blinkies, or impulse engine, RCS thrusters. It's probably one of those broken ships in all of Trek. Because it hasn't got two functioning ships around it. So I think this should win for worst design for those logical leaps. Because there's very few use cases of a ship this broken.
Well, there's his plea, guys.
The one from Stone season 3, pretty good though.
As you were talking and closing out, it was 50-50. Whoa.
I did my plea because I think just respect level it should be.
I'm thinking of in-universe design, and
well, exactly, no weapons,
not having details. Yeah, but
it can't
it's
function.
Just a visual thing. Just a visual thing.
Yeah, but that's the canon, right? That's all we've got to go on. If you make it all the better, fine. But then if you make it all better, the Intrepid probably will change. Whatever you guys think, right? Yeah.
Well, 33 votes, 78 of you here now. Still not at 50 likes. Hit like. Go vote on the poll. Let's see what we can get this one to, because it was 50-50 for a minute there.
That's the thing says above. PayPal is a best way to submit items for this live. You get 2 for the price of 1, and we get more of the value. So it's really worth it, rather than super chatting, if you can. Now I should say another 20 seconds, Stuart.
Sure. And yeah, the next one is a PayPal one. Actually, there's 2 more PayPals, and then we'll get back to the super chats.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Jaeger. One against you.
35 votes. Yes, the Jaeger class still won.
Democracy, Stuart. Democracy. Oh, Inspector. I wish there'd been a decoy fleet instead. Yes. And they all just turned off and it had one Jaeger. Everyone it was like, yeah, we're barely functioning, guys. This is not a finished ship. That'd have been great. Well, I tried.
We're going to these PayPals now. So we got Ray Rex, who says USS Curry Freedom Class.
Another one of the kit bashy things.
Yeah.
Also, Fabia.
One that makes a lot more sense to me. I mean, the secondary hull is still in scale to the saucer. That being said, unfortunately, we have refit nacelles that are super way out of whack. Either the saucer and the secondary hull are shrunk down, or those refit nacelles are scaled way up. So that's a bit of an issue. Same issues that the Jaeger has with scaling as far as the Maki Raider and the Intrepid class being mashed together goes. But I think the Curry pulls it off in a little bit more classy way. And I don't hate it at all, which is quite interesting. I even love the detailing, the coloring that it has on the refit nacelles. It makes them different and unique enough. But yeah, just the nacelles being out of whack are a little bit much. So I still think the Jaeger class is a far worse design overall, but neither one of them is really fantastic. Let's be honest.
I mean, this is a testament to it's lazy as hell, but it's logicaler. I don't mind the repainting because it does make the whole thing feel more grungy. I kind of like the blue and copper alt.
Yeah, I do too.
But it's one of the ones that if you were just to redesign the nacelles to be the same basic shapes, but now a custom design, done.
Yeah.
All you have to do. So it's, again, fundamentally broken, but it's shocking how okay just shoving the second hull front does. It's not good looking, but it's surprisingly okay. And if you're still looking for ships in the era to be not the same look from that standard definition, there's 19 pixels on the left, this would look very different. So it achieves its goal, right? Achieves its goal very well.
Eric Martin says Lucuria has the safety bumper for when Deanna is at the helm. Yep.
Yeah, anyway. I mean, it is less creative, I would say, but it's more logical. Yeah.
Uh, less creative. I don't know if I quite agree with that, but
Or because the other one, it has a flow that's really unique. Like if you,
yeah. So does this one though. It's
oh,
just
well,
a weird kind of flow.
but it's yeah, but it's more higgledy piggledy. The other one's more flowing. Like if you took both designs and modified them a bit, the other one would be more successful because it'd be more of a design. This is more of a successful kit bash. Oof.
Okay, we
Trick.
have 39 votes, and it's 51-49. So, if anybody, we have 75 of you here. If you haven't voted, go vote in the poll. Let's try to get 50 votes. It's only 9 more now because we're at 41 votes. So go vote. You could dethrone the Jaeger class with the Curie class, which are both part of the same fleet, ironically enough.
Done by Thane 3
Um,
modeler in this version. Yeah.
yeah,
Interesting.
42 votes. That's 43 votes. We only need 7 more, guys. Go vote in the poll.
Vote now, forever. Keep voting in future polls.
Curie looks like he needs a book to hide something before giving an oral report in front of the class. Oh, Mark.
We have such tasteful,
Mark.
tasteful people.
Yes, the commenters and the regulars are fantastic here.
What are you guys going to
They do
say?
not reflect, yeah, their
Yeah.
opinions do not reflect those of Trekyards or its
Of Star Trek yards, yeah. Nope,
or its
definitely not them.
hosts.
Truck yards, maybe, but those guys are just.
47 votes, only 3 more votes to go, guys. Let's get to 50 on this one because this one's
Ooh, ooh, yeah.
a decisive one. So
Okay.
come on, let's go.
20.
He's counting down. Dude, 3 more votes. 3 more votes. 3
6,
more votes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. 47 votes. The Jaeger class
48.
wins with 52. Oh, 48.
47, 48.
The Jaeger class wins with 52%.
Gosh, that person was really not sure at the end there. Wow. 2 close ones in a row, guys. You are. This is super interesting because, like I said, we have now lost our power in this. So, yeah, it's interesting to see who the democracy. This is how democracy feels, isn't it? We're like, wow. Or not.
Yeah.
We agree.
You
Interesting.
voted for them, huh? Huh. Interesting. Yeah.
Hey, at least
right.
at least more than 30% can get the majority because that's what happened in my country. Woo! Woo! Government system. Well, I tried. Shmo buddy, you tried hard. Almost there, friend. Almost there.
Next up is Mark Lawrence with a PayPal.
Oh.
He says, Discoverse Klingon bird of prey. They look like a slight downward hit on the nose will make them flip like crazy.
Should I jump on this one first?
Sure, go for it.
I'll let you put it in first though. Abomination. 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 Okay, you'll go.
Everything he just said.
And more.
This is... I mean, I've given this a little bit of praise before for being unique. It's got a very gothic vibe to it. If it would have been any other race, you could have made a new race and had this be their ship. Would have been fine. But to tell me that this is a Klingon, yeah, to tell me this is a Klingon ship and a bird of prey no less is absolute bullshit. So, yeah, this is one that might overthrow the Jaeger. And somebody said earlier this show's going to be all primarily Discovery designs. It hasn't been.
It really hasn't.
But it's. I know what I would vote. Okay, the Jaeger at least looks like it's something that belongs in the universe. So,
and Rick tried with one design, and whoever designed the other one designed it right. I mean, guys, this is just. It's the most slap in the face ship in Trek probably because it's intentionally terrible, but you're meant to think it's good. And it's funny because
Schmo buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna have to vote for the Jaeger because I don't want to look at that for an extended period. Yeah,
guys,
because it'll be relegated to the top corner.
But be fair though. Yeah, it's just, and as you say, if it had been, I mean, we're also retconning the retcon here, but if it had been, how many votes do you want to get? At least, well, people jumped on this one to vote, but yeah, vote at least 50. If this
Four
had
more votes, yeah.
if this had been in the Klingon Empire space, a race that was inspired by the Klingons but subjugated, so they made a bird of prey, and it's their own version, right? Which is why it's all grey and cathedral-y and whatever. And they came out swinging as this kind of like terrorist cult and blah, blah, blah. Cool. Klingon inspired, right? And a real bird of prey comes in. Was it, if this was a green, it'd be a little better, but not much. Just nothing about it works. Not a single thing. We even try to give hope. Again, in terms of to a Klingon design, right? That design's fine, just not what it's trying to be. And we can go, faith if the neck, the neck and the tail like would move, so at least it would fly in a more unique way. But the thing always is like this. Like it doesn't even have a flight mode. It can go. At least Jaeger looks kind of okay / nice from some views.
Yes.
I think I've
Actually,
used
well,
this.
if it wasn't for the scaling issues of the two things thrown together, I'd be fine with the Jaeger.
Yeah.
It's not that ugly.
It's not ugly. It's just not that nice.
There's another one they did with an Intrepid class primary call.
And the 2 secondary hulls.
Yeah, but it's much better looking. Like it's a much better looking design.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but yeah.
Or maybe someone put it in.
Yeah.
Looks like a ship of xenomorphs are flying. It kind of does. Maybe it's a Gorn ship.
Yeah, it would fit the new Gorn.
That would be fine for a Gorn, yeah. God damn it.
Yeah. Well, a Strange New Worlds Gorn, not a real Gorn.
Yes. But I mean, yes, it's just embarrassing.
2 more votes, guys.
It's just
vote.
Like the inquiry is embarrassing for how poor they let us down. It's embarrassing for how much they let themselves down. Because of the brief. Brian Fuller, man. Brian Fuller. He's the only reason he shipped it the way they do. The only reason. And if there was a deeper reason, I don't know why he can't come out and say it. At some point just post, oh, I wanted the, I was going to pay off the Klingon ships were actually augment virus Klingons or whatever. It's like, oh, what? Or the Klingons we saw from Molor's sect. Oh?
Here's some arguments.
Right? Something.
Molar?
What?
Molar?
Molor, yeah.
Oh. Sounds like the attorney and dentist.
Well, yeah, it's Kalis and Molor. They're the brothers that fight.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay. For those that don't know, I was not joking.
All right, 49 votes. We'll call it there. You haven't hit 50 yet, but it's not going to matter. Discovery Bird of Prey wins with 73%.
Yeah, that's is that our strongest win? No, second. Wow.
No, there were stronger wins for sure.
Now there's a one to beat. Yeah. Or you can protest vote to get it out. This is interesting. Now, I did send you some now for the best ships. Now, with you guys voting, I'm really interested in how this is going to play. Because that is going to be so situational, right? As to best, without taking us into it. Right? That's going to be really interesting. Yeah. Okay. What next?
What's next? We got Olivia with, oh my God, just on the same track here. Olivia, $5. The Ship of the Dead. So the Sarcophagus ship from Discovery. Which, to be fair, looks way more Klingon-like in its presentation than the Bird of Prey. So I don't think this should beat out the Bird of Prey in any stretch of the imagination. But there you have it. Again, yeah, if it's an ancient ship, I like the idea of the Herc, as we talked about at the time. Makes a lot of sense. But it's what it looks like. And I don't know.
That's a true fact, Stuart. That's a true fact.
It is. Yeah, I know. And silhouette-wise, I mean, it does invoke some kind of Klingon-ness in me, unlike the Bird of Prey. So, interior is very grand, very gothic, very cathedral-like, and that's fine.
Very waste of space.
Well, yeah, but if it's like a royal ship or it's meant to show power and extravagance. Yeah, excess is perfect word. Yeah, but it doesn't feel very imposing, and to have the hull covered in sarcophagi as your thing, interesting choice. Let's put it that way.
A lot of yeah, but it does though, Stuart, as Klingons do, have a forward torpedo launcher, therefore Klingon.
Sure.
That's how that works.
Even though in TOS that was actually deflector
Shut your whore
or
mouth.
sensor, but we're not going to go there.
Yeah, but this is pre-NX, and NX had front weapons, so it's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, it's so sad. This could have been such a success. As we both know, Eagle's model, wonderful. Really top-tier model. Great scale, beautiful detail, really heavy, glorious. Is it any the thing that's good? No. Is it interesting? Yes. And the modeler that made this, I'm so sorry to them because there's so much hard work went into this. Always ornate shapes and high detail, and it's like, oh my god, and it all kind of falls apart. Like, what are the crystal bits between the main structures? Why are they crystally looking? Why are there points?
Don't know.
Why are there lots of jagged points in front of the facades? Why has it got a cloaking device? Still never answered. 40 votes, guys. Can we get 4 more votes in the poll? Mr. Captain, here's a question. Could you see Garon in that ship? I could say Kahless in that ship. Garon recommissioning the original Kahless test of the first generation, and it says original yacht, smaller because it's absurd size, but yeah, just it's like the Queen. Remember the Queen?
I do, yes.
Remember that like gilded carriage thing that she would come to do that. That feels like this, right? This gilded, amazing visual.
Yeah, and there's dead bodies all over the outside of it too. Same.
Well, you're not meant to tell people just because you're Canadian and you're so basically English. You don't meant to tell the secrets.
Well, there were pixies and fairies, like little bodies of all over that thing. Yeah,
so that's where Peter Pan and Wendy went.
Sure. Yep. Sorry, giving away all your secrets.
Yep, just a bit. 39 votes, so I think it's not going to change. So Stuart, finish the poll and read out the result.
Who is worse? Disco Bird of Prey is still worse, so Sarcophagus ship does not overthrow it.
But at 36 was still took a third out.
All right, so next up we've got Sussy Guru 2005 euros. The Voyager J with its geometric primitive look and the stupid bottle opener at the back. I got it. It's fine.
No.
But yes. The Voyager J.
Would you call this as lazy as well? It's so simple.
No. Like the bottle opener thing at the back is an odd choice for sure, but overall I think keeping the same basic shape as the Intrepid class was a good call. This image, it's not the best image. I couldn't find a much better one. It's supposed to be white as well, so you asked me about it being lazy, and yes, it kind of is, but it's also kind of not. Just makes me wonder what all the other Intrepid class variants have looked like leading up to this. Like, was this a callback? Was this like the retro? Hey, let's make this look like the first one. I don't mind it. I would have liked to see more of it, honestly. And I think out of all of the 32nd century ships, this is one of the better designs. But it's probably because it does remind me so much of just the regular Intrepid class. So I don't know if that says something about me or something about it, but 900 years is a long time. Things would change. Yeah.
It is. I mean, no one's put these in yet, but since we're going on democracy of our amazing audience here, what's the phrase? The nacelles that aren't connected.
Attached.
Yeah, detached nacelles. Let's see, because some people really hate that. Let's see if people put in the detached nacelle ships, if that is going to bump up the hate chart. We don't know. This is the first one to test to see if that can have some whatever. This is such a weird ship in that clearly, Stuart, you're introducing this bad boy. Middle of season 3. Brand new Federation. The Voyager, one of the most prestigious names in Trek. And Voyager, a good name. We're voyaging, right? The J. Oh, another J. Even more connection. It's a brand new ship. You don't tend to build that many 3D models. Like quite nice. Clearly, it'll be the end of the season. Clearly, it'll have an important part. Clearly, it'll be part of season 4. Oh, well, clearly, it'll be in season 5. Never seen again. Do you think this ship was just built to have fans masturbate and get excited and get some press, and then to never use again?
Yes.
A cheap thrills, perhaps, like a hooker that just shows you her 3 breasts, but turns out they're all holograms. You know, nothing. Total Recall. So it feels like such a disappointing ship now because someone put effort in, but sort of it feels like under, you know, what's it called? False pretenses. Not that I needed Rainier to be Captain the Voyager, but that would be the obvious one to have that be the hero ship of that first episode as well, to give it something.
Yeah.
But it's a totally fine design, right? It's close enough, but it's super low detail. It's too low detail, and the cells are uninspired. It's you know, C-, C+, you know. You can make it a lot better very quickly, but it's certainly not great or anything. But it's fine.
No, you don't.
What?
Yeah. Alaskan Akashkin hen. I need more
Welcome.
lore on the logic of this configuration. There's no warp plasma going to the coils, so this seems ironically more like magic than much of Star Trek technologically already is. It's 900 years in the future. Any advanced technology feels like magic. I have no problem with detached nacelles. You don't necessarily need plasma going, like plasma feeds going to your coils in the future. I have no problem with the wireless detachable nacelles as a technology. Makes sense, especially 900 years removed from what we know. So it's no issue for me. Maybe there's smaller warp generators in each of the nacelles supplying plasma directly if you want to go that way, and they're much constricted down.
Stuart, with this earbud,
Yeah.
I can talk to an artificial intelligence and search the internet wirelessly.
Yeah.
I'm connecting to servers in another country using all the GPU power available instantly to have it re-communicate with me interactive intelligent questions and answers. That's magic. That is insanity. Like it's amazing enough to have music playing, but to have that level of communication instantly. Now, if it took 5 minutes, fine. So the idea that they couldn't wirelessly send power to make the warp and the coils work, there's no reason to think there's warp plasma going. No reason at all. It's probably just sending electricity or just a signal. And like you said, there's probably 2 warp generators in each nacelle and a main one. I mean, yeah, there's no issue. They're yeah, and also they do connect at warp. They're disconnected, not at warp maneuverability. Yeah, like it boggles my mind because how can you have Wi-Fi? You know, you can play video games on your phone using servers from a different country. Video game at full resolution.
You can get like a PlayStation Go thing that hooks up to your PlayStation that has the games on it, and you can play on the go, connected to your console.
Yeah, it makes
it's amazing.
Sense. Yeah, that's the thing. If you were pitching like even just wireless headphones 50 years ago, you'd say, well, of course, you can't send audio without wires.
Yeah,
you can't. How is it traveling?
And
will you hear it in the air? Well, no. Yeah,
they haven't officially explained how it works, and that's fine. I'm sure they'll get to it at some point. However, you know, good Trekkies can figure out a way to make it work, as we have done here. There's multiple ways you can explain it. Maybe they beam the plasma over. Who knows? Like, I have no problem with the technology. And people saying it's weird and you don't understand it just kind of goes to show that, like what Doug Drexler always says, the ape brain. You can't wrap your mind around something because it's outside the box. So,
Yes, Dan. But or PayPal for half or two. Yeah, and like I said, there's no reason to think warp plasma's being sent from a warp core inside.
Yeah.
No particular reason. And like you said, it could just be being, there could be no joking, there could be like a little portal in the hull that is an active beam. Right? If you've got all the power of, look at the difference in tech between TOS and Enterprise E. Staggering, right? Times that by 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, we do this for an
Anyway.
strip, so yeah.
Yeah. It was not a leap for me. It's actually quite interesting. So anyway, moving on.
A good dumb.
Yes.
So the ships were wandering around those things.
Yeah. The poll with 44 votes, who's worse? While the Disco Klingon Bird of Prey still maintains its position of 70%.
Well done.
Yes.
Well played.
Next up, we've got Solaris, $2 would fit around the Romulan War. Don't know which one you were talking about at the time, so that was a while ago that you said that.
Please remind us.
Yes. Tab extra, 50 krona. The Husnock warship design felt like it as limited from a 90s console game.
I mean, it was made in the 90s. I mean,
it was.
Yeah. I mean, just saying.
I think the Husnock ship design is cool, honestly. It's got an aggressive look to it. It's sharp and pointy. Looks scary. Looks tanky. I mean, this is a design I've always liked, honestly. And for an alien ship of the week, I think it's fantastic. Like, this is what I want a model of, and I don't have a model of it. I'm sure Eagle Moss made one, but I never got one. So, but yeah, I have no problem with the Husnock design. It was reconfigured a number of times into different ships, but I think this is one of the more successful ones as far as I just love the points on it. I think it just does something, right? So, no, I think it's a great ship.
I mean, from this Fabio, I believe, made version, yes, the front 30% is oddly undetailed. But it doesn't quite balance. But if it's, like I say, I love the armor. It's a tank. It's just, can you imagine a spaceship which warps in and literally the front half is armor? And that's where the bridge is, that's where all the stuff is, right? That's amazing. It's weird, but that's a warship, right? So, yeah. Could it be more balanced? Sure. Yeah, it's one of the better of that version, as we always say.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the tankiness. Yeah, I have no complaints, and it's fun how giant it is and how blocky it is, and like I said, imagine the modelling of it's really easy because look, it's not very complicated for model maker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the shapes are all nice. They all come together nicely.
Because you're allowed to have some bulky, boxy shapes. It just kind of comes together, as you say. Yeah. And it's pretty unusual to have just points. That kind of gives it a charm. Anything else, it wouldn't be as well, because if it has those tri-points. I like it for that.
Yeah.
I think the poll agrees. This might be our closest to not being close.
31 votes. Which is worse? Well, the Disco Bird of Prey wins with 90%. So, Husnock, you're out of here. Sorry, you don't get to claim that prestigious title and position.
But S1 does say weird unbalance of no windows, lots of small windows, and giant windows for sure. That might be part of this charm, though. Both are bad in my opinion. Fair. Fair. And Stuart, isn't it funny that 70 people have tuned in to complain about ships? Where were they when new games were announced? And we want to talk about fun new things, games you can play.
This is the negativity one. The positive one's going to be tomorrow when it's like the best designs. And don't think we'll have close to the 70. So
we'll see.
Yeah.
Yes.
People like negativity.
Yes, they do. Sorry. Oh, screw the negativity. Oh, I'm so negative about it. Okay.
Solaris throws in $5. Could have some situation during the Dominion War with the.
This was the Jaeger.
One. Intrepid.
Say it again,
With-
sorry? With confidence, Stuart? Sorry,
I don't know, with the I Intrepid? But one Intrepid? Is that a one? Is
Yeah?
that an I?
First Intrepid? Hmm.
Don't know what you mean exactly, but moving on. Folagor CZ 50 some kind of currency. The Enterprise from that canceled 2006 animated series Final Frontier. Yes.
This I was waiting
Not
to
a lot of
talk
people
about.
know about this. Yeah, not a lot of people know about this one. So, but yes, was going to be a new animated show, and this was the ship design for it. I don't hate it. For an Enterprise, it's awful. But
Yes, an
as a
Enterprise.
yes,
A canonical Enterprise.
as a ship design, it's pretty interesting and quite unique. Would have liked to seen it fleshed out a little bit more. I'm sure there's 3D models of it somewhere out there.
Yeah, I
But
think a fan made a version, but this is the view really. So fleshed out, they did it themselves, right?
yeah, feels a lot more primitive, but also more advanced. Like then the cells have a futuristic, advanced look to them, but the shapes, of course, speak to very primitive. I don't know that whole fun.
You could improve it, but I think it's a bad design. There's obviously a reason for it because you're not building something.
Oh, I think they lost video.
Yes, we have got 300 kbs. I'm still seeing you, so clearly
I was still
the
seeing
internet's
fine.
working. Oh, 1,000, 100 kilobytes, 1,500 kilobytes, 1,000 kilobytes. I mean, I don't think I'm doing anything that would...
Mark Lawrence, that ship was so bad it crashed the stream.
Yeah, we're now at 20,000, so it should be around. Which makes no sense. Oh, back to green. Okay, I think back to green. That's weird. That's weird. I was seeing you flawlessly. So it wasn't the internet.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a problem, so I started reading the chat. So because your signal's crystal clear, video and audio.
Huh.
So
Like you say, this ship crashed the stream. As I said, was really interrupted by the YouTube. I mean, yeah, there's obviously a reason for this, right? Because you don't design something this antithetically nice looking, right? It's a function ship. Because why the hell would you build a saucer which is 3 squares?
I can see it like folding, like transforming into something.
My assumption based on other pictures I've seen is that like it's one giant hangar, like front.
Oh yeah.
Right. To warps in and launches lots of stuff, which is the only reason I would see this. And it's dumb, but they're fine. But the engines are cool and the placement's cool. It doesn't look amazing, but it's cool. It's interesting. I think it's just super imbalanced. Looks ugly. Would be a bad design. Can see why it didn't go forward. But I don't like a lot of the designs from that animated show. I think a lot of them are just like, that's not a good shout. And it makes you, does not this make you appreciate more Cerritos? Right? That works
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, guys? Can you hear us? Says we're at normal levels. Vote's
Yeah, let us
real.
know in the chat, guys.
Vote is real close, Stuart. Vote's real close. Can we get 4 more votes? Last minute, guys, for this. And it was a real thing. This is not a fan thing. Although, guys, no one's put a fan thing in. You could put in a terrible fan design. But it's got to be bad, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, good Aaron. Jaeger class holds a special place in my heart. It's like the puppy and the pound whose parents never should have been together. But you love it anyway.
Well, 39 votes. Which is the worst design?
Ah, 40.
The Bird of Prey still wins with 54%.
That's close. That's close. All right. All right.
All right. Next up, we've got Libby Julius, $5. Insectoid Starship, the animated series. Now, I don't know if you mean the one from the Beyond the Farthest Star.
That's why I assume that's
That
why I
is
put it there.
Yeah, that is. Oh, you have it in there. I didn't see it.
Oh, I did get a picture. Yeah, I assume that's what I meant.
Yeah, because that's what it's labeled as. And I think this is an interesting starship design. Like, honestly, it was cool that the animated series could do things that the live action show couldn't. This was a perfect example of that. It's a very alien looking design, and it's meant to be quite a large ship. In the interior wise is quite interesting as well. And yeah, it just looks so delicate and spindly and organic. I love that vibe because it says very, very alien to me. So I think for an alien ship, it absolutely works.
But it also redefines what you think of a ship as. Right? Because it looks like a tree branch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you look closely and it's a set of pods. Which does make sense because that's what some other ships are. And the scale is so giant because it's just a big it's so against the rules of a starship that I respect it, but I wouldn't, class it in my top 100 good, like, nice ship designs.
Yeah. For unique Star Trek alien ship designs, it's definitely up there though. I do find it quite intriguing.
So yeah, you guys vote, right? This is your guys' decision making. I believe I'm pretty sure I was given a model of this actually by a nice fan who made some Star Trek anime series ships. I think this and at least Kuklicon, but I think this as well, version, right? And I was like, okay, that could be useful sometime. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Be kind of cool.
All right, with 23 votes, we'll call it here. 83% still think the Klingon bird of prey is the worst. Sorry, the disco bird of prey. We'll end the poll and get that out of there. All right. Next up, Sessiguro 2005 euros, the Freedom class. If you want to talk about lazy design.
Lazy? Well, I mean, hey. Let's see what people think.
It's just a TNG Saladin. That's all it is. A single nacelled ship in the TNG universe. Sure, it's lazy, but it's also kind of cool that they at least considered the fact that the single nacelled ships from Franz Joseph were a thing. So they brought single nacelled ships to the Battle of 359 construction. I think that's cool. It's got like looks like a refit styled torpedo launcher on the base of the neck, which is an odd choice. And then there's one underneath as well.
There's the deflector. The diddly little deflector.
Yeah. Scaling wise, I mean, windows are a bit big, probably not the biggest ship, but I don't know if I'd really want to serve on this thing. It doesn't look that robust. Just saying. But I do kind of like the fact that it's a single nacelle design that's actually canonized. So
and Arkansas saying, "Oh, now it matters. What matters? Clarify." Yeah, I mean, this thing I think it's not just like this would be lazy if it was a galaxy saucer with a galaxy nacelle with a galaxy neck shoved together. But that's a brand new saucer. That's a fresh neck. The nacelle is interchangeable. That's fine. They've given it a torpedo launcher and a deflector and a cannon. where's the lazy? It's actually a almost wholly new ship, right? And it's
Yeah.
and so it's more original than Saladin by a lot. I think it's relatively successful for being actually more effort than they needed to put in. I would say, like it'd be more lazy if it was a refit saucer, and everything else the same. They'd be like, well, why is that or an Excelsior, right? But the fact it's a new saucer, basic, you know, I don't know why it's lazy. It's just logical and actually kind of original in its own way. And have a cannon's interesting, right? Saladin was so underarmed. They gave the next generation version a big ass cannon. Why? I don't know. Yeah. Pew.
And that's when Noir says, what was the class called from Strange New Worlds? One that was almost identical to Constitution class. That's the Sombra class. Or was the USS Peregrine? Anyway.
How embarrassing. Yeah, I have no complaints about this one, really. Honestly. Yeah.
Good background shit.
Yeah.
So 29 votes, which is worse? Disco Bird of Prey still wins with 79%.
It is really
Yes.
holding on to its crown. Is there a ship out there among you who thinks they can win and dethrone the legend that is this ship?
I think I see one that could probably do it.
Oh.
Schmo Buddy, $5. While I like Jagger and understand the hate, perhaps another ship I could love could dethrone it. The Curry class carrier. We've already looked at that.
We already have.
And it did not beat the Jaeger class.
No.
Yeah, we already had the Curry.
I mean, I can quickly repoll it if you want to see if it'll beat the Discovery Bird of Prey. I don't think it's going to.
No, it absolutely won't.
But I'll check the PayPal. That's where we have some other ones.
Yeah, it did not throw the Jaeger.
But in fairness, you are now comparing different things, so that is absolutely fair. But yes, guys, if you want 2 for 1, PayPal is the option for you all. Oh, Area 51. Hey guys, start a new job tomorrow. Hope it's a good job. Wednesday to Sunday, 10 AM to 6 PM Eastern Time. So I can only join lives on Mondays and Tuesdays. Well, we hope to see you still. Certainly Tuesdays we often do lives, Mondays sometimes. But yeah, that'd be sad not to see you. But I mean, hey, kick ass in the job. Hope you have a nice time. And don't, drain yourself too much. Right, quick 5-vote, guys.
Yeah, I was just gonna say 25 votes. The Disco Bird of Prey still wins with 81%. Curry's just not that ugly or worse. All right. Next up, we've got Olivia, $5. Federation Scout class, the animated series.
So I didn't even know it existed. So thanks for bringing unique ones. I appreciate it.
Yes. Yeah, well, not a great design. I still don't think that it's worse than the Klingon Bird of Prey. I mean, this was a cartoon in the 70s who, I mean, some of the ship designs are questionable for sure. Look at the Bonaventure. I mean, that's a perfect example, but honestly, could have been worse. Could be the Discovery Bird of Prey. So, and it's not. So, very Buck Rogers like in its presentation. Or Captain Proton, I guess.
And oddly too sleek for TOS, right? Which sounds odd, but it's too curvy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely fine. It's not great, but it's absolutely fine. Like, I would change many, many things about it.
And is it Starfleet? I mean, Federation scout ship, we would assume so, but it almost has like a civilian vibe to it, like the Aurora from TOS or something like that.
Yeah,
it's got that kind of
100%. It's Federation, not Starfleet. Hmm.
Well, 30 votes, 31 votes. Jesus Christ. 88% say the Klingon bird of prey is still worse. Yeah, it's going to be harder to throw in that thing, I think. Well, let's get to the PayPals, I guess. So classic for real. I can actually be
So in
deadpan
brand here.
serious.
Very in brand. You'll never guess.
I can actually be deadpan serious this time. Angelo class, aka Rainforest ship. For what it is, a rainforest ship, it is still not the
This will
worst.
be a question. This will be a question. Let's find out.
Yeah, go out, guys.
Now, if Classic has PayPal'd everybody in the chat with bribe money, fair. Fair. But we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sanctuary ship, essentially, to keep the rainforest preserved. It's fine. Holographic ship as well, we might add. So,
But what is a hologram in the 31st century, right? Is everything hologram? Are they now permanent holograms? Are they now phase holograms? Don't know. I don't know, right?
yeah. So, honestly, not that bad of a design as far as purpose-built ship. Let's put it that way. The holographic aspect's kind of the weirdest thing out of it all, honestly, but again, it doesn't really bother me that much.
Like, it'd be weird if this was in a space battle and it did well. Right?
Yes.
But I could even see it not being warp capable. It just has warp sustainers and it's being pulled along by the fleet.
Yeah.
Like, it just needs to be a mobile space station. I think the ship is probably a little bit of an exaggeration. Like, potentially. And that's not a problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean,
Right.
is it a design though? Even really? No, yeah.
It's still with 38 votes. It's still kicking the ass of the Klingon bird of prey. The Klingon bird of prey still wins this fall with 72%. So get out of here, rainforest ship. You're not even close.
Sorry, no.
Next. Yeah.
Still on brand.
Solaris, $2. The Inquiry
No,
looks
it's
like
the
a remote
Classics too,
control
remember?
ship. I know. I'm just. This
Sorry.
isn't a ship one, so
Okay.
going to the Inquiry class. The Inquiry looks like a remote control ship. Saying it looks like a remote control because it does kind of body wise, but it also remote control ship. So anyway, yes. Classic for real, of course, throws in the Fenland because why not? I mean, this is from FASA. It's a Federation monitor ship. Pretty simple standard ship. I think it fits the purpose and not at all as hideous as the Klingon bird of prey.
I like you say standard. Don't want to call it necessarily a standard ship. But
For a monitor ship,
yeah,
pretty
like,
standard design. Like,
where's it ball? Where's its nacelles? Where's its secondary hull? You know, like a
it's a
space.
monitor ship. It doesn't really move around.
Well, there's a
It's
space
just
station, really.
monitors.
You know,
Sure, whatever.
that's what I mean. It's a not a standard ship. Yeah, I mean, it's just fine. It's a ball.
Yeah. It's the Death Star. Star Trek. Oh,
But maybe there'll be a dethroning moment. We have.
the poll was going like this, literally, like.
You guys have the power.
But it's burning out at 21 votes. So let's get 67 of you here. Let's get that up to 30 votes at least.
Yes. Jock, where is the impulse? Behind the ship. Like I said, very, very powerful impulse engines, you know. And like really good RCS thrusters, and you could pack the thing with a lot of weapons. I mean, this thing makes a lot of sense to drop near or in system of very important planets, the neutral zones. And this thing is a full armored torpedoes, full of phasers. You know, really more capable weapon turrets with actually a crew that can do stuff. You know?
28 votes. 29 votes. One more vote, guys, and then 30. There we go. So 67%, the Klingon bird of prey still wins. Or loses, as the case may be. Depends on your point of view.
I think we got a Razzie for that. So the last two aren't really ships per se. I mean, that's what Classic loves. He loves these ones. You guys know. You guys know. And
So
they did not win fair and square. So they're better.
like yeah. All right. The next PayPal we got is from Mark Lawrence.
Oh.
Don't remember the name, but the Discoverse 32nd century ship, stapler looking ship. I can't unsee it. Yeah, I don't remember the name either, and I choose not to. It's a fucking stapler. I hate this on so many levels. This actually might be worse than the Klingon bird of prey for me. It's a stapler. Like, what? Who designed this and why? Because it's not designed. It's basically like I need to come up with a starship design in the next 5 fucking minutes. Looking around my desk. Oh, look, there's a stapler. I'm going to design a stapler to be a starship. Or a hole punch, maybe. It's one of the it's god awful. This one should be at least close. I just see the percentages going. Oh my goodness. Yes, we need your input on this one, guys. 24 votes so far.
Now, would
Hate
you
it.
say, though, that it's better as a design because it has no detachable nacelles? They are, in fact, attached nacelles.
Don't care. No. So many ships with detachable styles. It looks so much better than this.
Would you say it's better for not having badly placed Bassards because it need Bassard Zero? You know,
Does it even have any?
does it even need any? How many of you though would have said, "Oh, that's a Star Trek ship"?
No one.
That's not many people, Charles. And probably Ryan Dennings designed it, and we love Ryan. I believe this is a tug, and so each of those prongs are a tractor beam.
Sure.
Right?
Did you just make that up? Or
No,
is that something
I
you've
think
heard?
I read that.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I think fits really well. It looks
Sure,
like a tug. I could buy that. I mean, the tug from DS9 is a crap ship for a ship, but a great tug, right? Such okay, but it's not great. So, you know, but why does it look the way it does? Hey, at least they've got red and green blinking on the right sides. Not blinking, obviously, but why is there a front dome light thing? It's very odd. It's you don't need warp engines and all the stuff, but yeah, it's scraping it's scraping the barrel underneath the bottom of the barrel for ship designs, you know? Just like you broke the bottom barrel, you went underneath it and you kept scraping. So that is the question. What's gonna win? Because currently the Discovery Bird of Prey has won what, the last 10? So what's gonna win? Are we gonna find the worst design, guys? Vote now! Vote now. Vote now.
We got 39 votes, so that's good. Pencil sharpener at the front, maybe. Yeah.
Well, let's get 50 votes. Come on. Vote on this, guys. Put your power in.
11 more votes. Hit the like button if you haven't joined us, or if you haven't joined us. If you haven't liked us already, hit the like button. We're going to get to 80 likes if possible, so another 8 likes. I don't think we're going to get 11 more votes. It hasn't budged since.
Okay, well, vote. You got 30 seconds, guys. Vote now. Tell us your feelings. You know them to be true. And if it's for love, then are you on medication? Are you okay? But if it was a tug, would you like it more?
I'd understand its purpose,
There we
but
go.
I still wouldn't like it.
Okay. Good stuff.
All right, closing the poll. 43 votes. 67%. This one wins the disco stapler design.
It has
So
dethroned.
It has, in fact,
It's
dethroned the
dethroned.
Bird of Prey.
That's crazy. How do you feel? The big one has now come and gone.
Makes sense, honestly.
Is there anything that can beat this ship? Let's find out in our last little bit of time. Let's go through the next ones. Where are we going to next, Stuart? As I am putting...
I don't fucking know. Where are we going next? Sussy Gear with 2,010 euros. Most commercial drones are radio controlled, but Ukraine started using fiber optic cables to control their drones because of electronic warfare. Detached nacelles are a prime target for disruption. Sure.
That's what shields are for, though.
Yeah.
And countermeasures.
Solaris and the future tech. Yep. Solaris, $5. What about the Defiant? Okay, it's a pretty definitive win for the stapler.
Right, vote now. Which is the worst design? I mean, Defiant, it looks nice. It has great texturing, has great shapes. It's both devoid of detail, but has some detail. It has some great blinkies, some great engines, a fun shuttle bay, small impulse engines, which keeps it in line with other ships. Great deflector slash docking slash nuke pod. Yes. And great windows that you just see out to the other set of windows on the side of the underhull. And for some reason, 2 windows in the nose.
23 votes. The stapler has 100%.
What? Oh, but Stuart, I mean, some people hate Defiant, right?
I haven't met many, so
And it's funny because it shouldn't win. As in, it's so not Star Trek, but they did such a good job making it feel Star Trek while not being a saucer, secondary hull, or nacelles. But it also is all those things. And because it just kicks ass and looks cool and sets are great, yeah. So
I'm gonna close it right there. It's never. Oh shit!
oh,
It's
son!
100%. I was gonna close it before I fucking did that.
No.
Whoever voted Defiant, I fucking hate you so much. We almost had 100%.
And that never happens. That's
Which is
not.
the
He's not
worst
pissing you. He's
design.
pissing the 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, stapler design still wins with 97%. Should have been 100.
Oh, 2 people.
It went.
Oh no.
Like, be serious. You cannot seriously think that the Defiant is worse than the fucking stapler. Like, now you're just trolling for the sake of trolling, and that kind of annoys me.
AJN, Defiant shouldn't even be in this video. No,
Agreed.
we didn't put in this video. Sure. Just try. Where next?
All right, Olivia, $5. The animated series Bonaventure. There she is. Yep, not a great design, but still better than a stapler. At least it is a design. Tried to go for a more antiquated, older style ship with the Bonaventure, so they took the Enterprise shapes and just kind of tweaked them a bit. And yeah, it's not great. It's unique. It stands out in the world of Star Trek and the animated series for sure. Looks like it has a face on the front with the way they put those white dots there for weapons, I guess. But at least they tried. Yeah.
I mean, it just shows you take the Connie pieces and you butcher them all. It's a bad design. But at least you know what it's trying to do. Proto Connie. And let's be honest, if they try to make it look nice, it'd be a failure, right? It works. It is fugly. but it's familiar. And yeah. I mean, it's probably, you know, some such that they stretched and squashed it until it just looked weird. Yeah. Boy, NX one eat your heart out, right? Because, right? Peel,
Yeah.
that would have been, this would have been a thing people complain about. Yeah.
All right, closing the poll.
Although, yeah, not even 100%, not even close. Damn. It is still
80% stapler ship wins.
makes sense.
Next up, we got classic for real $5. Dethrone the Disco Bird of Prey. I nominate the Disco Season 1 D7. Well, it's already been dethroned, so you're behind the times. But here's the set class, which is absolute dog shit as well for a Klingon design.
This might be in for a chance, guys.
Yeah, this might actually dethrone the stapler. Season 1 D7. Oh, fuck.
It's true, because the ship wouldn't be wrong. And Adrian is here. The two people probably think Star Trek Discovery was the bestest thing ever to be part of Star Trek. Could everyone just thank Adrian ISF in the chat for finishing the Intrepid class captain's ready room, captain's crew quarters. Woo, Adrian.
Who is Adrian?
Modeler Adrian. ISF J 1009. Thank you, Adrian, for finishing the crew quarters. Jesus Christ. So thank you. So we'll be seeing that in Nick Cook's film at some point soon. So thanks, Adrian. Thank Adrian, everybody. He's the boss. He's the goat. He's amazing.
All right. It's a close one. 33 votes. 34 votes.
I mean, this could win. But it's going to.
Yeah, we're winding down here. So I'm going to
Yes.
close this one. 34 votes. The stapler still wins, but barely, with 53%.
Okay, that was... Because this is just insulting, right? But it was them messing up. And it's a bloody audio. Why did no one see in production and then, you know, take it out and stop it? Like, hey, lady, we record it to anything else. Anything else would be good. No, okay. Okay, I'm just going to leave it in. Yeah. All right.
So, yeah, we got another PayPal.
Oh, dear.
6. From Schmo Buddy, L13 Fat Man. Sure, it's a FASA ship.
There's a Klingon one. Other one.
Oh, this should have been first then.
I suppose let's play this. Never saw it before. I get the name.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, and why is it one of your favourite ships of all Trek now?
It's not. It's probably a cargo ship, and I have no problem with cargo ship being big and having a lot of internal volume. So, still maintains a very Klingon and almost Ferengi-like shape. Ironically enough.
Yeah.
No, for a cargo ship, I think it's great. And faster shouldn't be brought into any of this because that's my thought.
And there are a couple of real bad, and a couple of not, like most of them. Yeah. Yeah, it's just you know, misbalanced. You know?
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, if you gave the under part like 10 photon tubes, right? Make it a proper gunboat, you could yep. And just constant magazines, just keep pummeling. Or just tank it up.
And with 34 votes, the stapler ship still wins with 76%. Blah. Nice. His other one, which is also FASA, is the Decker class. Which, let's be fair, if the Klingon design didn't dethrone that stapler ship, this one's not going to. At least it still looks Star Trek.
And we just saw it the first time like 3 months ago, if you recall. I mean, it's not great, but it's really interesting. Like someone had a thought with this. I mean, the top view I don't hate. Side view is confusing but okay. And the front view is weird. What is the function? What is the function, right? What did you possibly pull from this in terms of form follows function? I don't understand, Stuart. I do not understand.
All I can think of is experimental ship testing different warp cells.
Or have them super far away from the primary hull.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, fair.
So you can play with warp field geometry and warp bubble configurations.
Diplomatic. If it wants a diplomatic vessel, yes. Kind of a non-intimidating ship. It's definitely not intimidating.
Yeah.
Dedicated source separation. Yeah.
All right. 31 votes. Stapler ship wins 90%.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's call it there. ISFJs, that's the last one. Because we still have a few other ones to go through here.
Yes. The non-mobile included. Oh, the Discovery Love. The Discovery Love! In the chat.
Classic for real says, okay, if I need to be on brand and if we're being smart, Alec Baldwin's with Defiant. I don't understand. I nominate 1701-A. Even Kirk was disappointed when Voyage Home turned Final Frontier. I don't know what the hell you just said, but sure. There's no way that this ship is going to dethrone the stapler.
But I mean, that dash is so ugly, on the hull. It's very lazy, Blow up the ship and add a dash. Lazy ship.
Yeah. Yep. And that's, oh my God.
Oh, thanks, Classic. What a pal.
Wow, there's some stupid people out there. That's my comment.
You do? What? Classic, you thought you were going to get one result, and you are getting a different result. Oh, there's... Unless you are... Are you the Joker? Are you Heath Ledger? Or Keith... Is it Heath or Keith Ledger?
It's Heath Ledger.
Classic, are you Heath Ledger? Have you returned from the grave to sabotage by just causing chaos? Just want to watch the world burn?
Well, it was 31 votes. Stapler ship still wins with 82%.
Okay, good. But also, damn.
Olivia Julius, $5. Just for the 100% vote, the Enterprise, no bloody A, B, C, D, or E.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. But I'll do the poll while you find picture. Oh, I wonder if I saw it without realizing. I was wondering what people would say for the actual Connie, the classic, the OG, the 60-year-old ship. Against the stapler.
Well, we shall find out because here it comes.
Seen in TOS. Seen in the Remastered, of course. Seen in Enterprise. Seen in Prodigy. Seen Lower Deck. Technically. Not seen in TNG, really. Little graphic. Seen in Picard. Seen in Short Tracks. Ours was the A, of course, with the A, the reverse. So which is the worst ship? I guess the only thing you can say about it, Stuart, is that the Stapler has more go fast prongs. Fair to say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Vote
31 votes. 94% stapler ship still wins.
I'll point out, and we're done now, so no more submission as Inford. No one put the J in. Can I just say, no one did the thumbnail.
Yeah.
You're 2 hours. You could have put the J in. No one did.
It's too late. Yes, it's too late, Classic. I think he was just asking a question. I don't.
Yes, that was my submission. But thank you. We appreciate all the help.
ISFJ 1009, $2. Short up by Classic for real. The STD or Star Trek Discovery USS Tikov.
Yes, which was the ship that was the repository of stuff that the lady
Looks like a
who
suppository.
had this,
not a
you know,
depository.
that lady left to join. I think.
Looks like a vertebrae.
Okay, so the final one of the live is 2 Discovery side ships.
Which is uglier? I still think the stapler's uglier, personally.
Now, let us know right now, there's 60 of you. Who even remembers this ship?
I don't.
Because I remember the name more than the ship design, I'll be honest. Like, I
Yes.
could have... If you gave me 10 ships and gave me 10 names, I would have known this was that, but that's just... I'm a nerd, right?
Oh, the poll's going back and forth on this one.
What do you say, Stuart, as your final saying on this very informative live?
It's interesting for sure, but are you talking about the final choice here?
Which would you pick and why?
Oh, the stapler, because it's god awful. It's a stapler. It's not a ship. At least this one has some kind of design elements going on and looks nice. It's got some interesting coloration.
It's got a flow.
Sure.
It has nacelles. But it must have been a very quick 3D model to build. It's just a shape, right? Like you built the stapler. I wonder if they just saw a thing on the desk and thought, that'll be a ship. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But while people do the final vote, let us know that's happening tomorrow then.
Yeah, tomorrow we're doing the best designs, not the worst. So it'll be interesting to see if as many people turn up. People like negativity, so a lot of people tuned into this one. We'll see what tomorrow holds.
And that way we can probably preload a few pictures of the ones that might win, so I can probably know those ones easier than this one.
I think there'll be a lot more swapping out though.
We're
leaving it to you guys to vote. So.
Yeah, I love you guys voting. It takes a lot of stress off us, doesn't it?
Yes.
You guys vote. Raj, no! Because we're stopping soon. But good idea. But yeah, I mean, this thing, the Saper, is probably going to win. It's won a lot of them. So I think guys, we know now it was the Jaeger it was the Magi, the Jaeger, the Bird of Prey, and the Stapler.
Yeah. There's only 4.
Only 4 won the entire 2 hours. And that's 3 Discovery ships.
Yep.
And a deep background in like 2 episodes. Oh, who submitted this? Was this classic? I think. It was classically both. Who did the stapler ship?
Oh, this was your modeler, ISFJ 1009.
Who did the stapler ship? So who wins the
Who won the...
Yeah, put your hand up. Who won the stapler ship? Because I think they're not gonna win. I think it's fair to say that the winner of today's live is the stapler ship, which is not called that. It's called the... Can't see it. And yes, with 73% of the votes, the stapler ship wins. Who put your hand up? Put your hands in the air like you just don't care.
Was it a PayPal?
I think it was, yeah.
Let me go see. Oh my god. Okay.
Mark Lawrence!
Was it Mark Lawrence?
Mark Lawrence! There you go. He had a great idea. He thought it was going to be...
Yes.
classic. When people assume the awful ship is mine. That's going to be interesting tomorrow.
All right.
Well done, Mark. You won the live. Congratulations. But aren't we all winners, really?
We were all winners, yes.
Especially this guy.
Tune in tomorrow for the best of. Well, the best designs. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Until tomorrow, he's Commander Cockings.
He's got a Foley.